Program number 2, Accessible Sidewalks, Design Issues for Pedestrians with Ambulatory Impairments. This runs 7 minutes and 51 seconds. With Kathy Johnson of the Access Board and Lisa Caderio, a consultant.
I'm Kathy Johnson, legislative analyst for the Access Board. Today, Lisa Caderio and I will be showing you problems of accessibility that those of us with disabilities encounter in our everyday lives. Lisa will narrate the film because she's a writer and probably more adept at this than I am. I hope you learn some problems that we encounter and that it will help you do your job better.
Kathy and I traveled along 3 typical blocks near a suburban transit station. You can find conditions like these anywhere. Narrow sidewalks right at the street edge, steep running slopes with no landings or resting places, cross slopes that affect your balance as you're going across a curb ramp, and walking surfaces that are rough, unstable, or slippery when wet. You'll see, as we show the film footage of our day's work, how important surface conditions are to those of us who walk with crutches, walkers, or canes. And it's not much different for pedestrians with gait impairments who don't use walking aids, or for people with limited stamina or range of motion. And the thing is, those of us who make the most demands of sidewalk and street crossings are often the people with the fewest transportation choices. We're more likely to be pedestrians and transit users than drivers. And you'll find us everywhere, on any stretch of sidewalk, crossing at any corner. We're not a special population found only in hospitals and nursing homes. We're part of the pedestrian cohort you're designing for. On this sidewalk, there's room to avoid the damaged area, but that's not always true, especially on older sidewalks where maintenance has been poor. Anything that can catch a dragging toe or foot is an accident waiting to happen. Watch Kathy's foot at this damaged brick sidewalk. And here I am, where a tree has pushed up the adjacent sidewalk, which already has a tough slope to contend with. Anywhere there's metal, a manhole cover, a grating, these checkered plates will be slippery when wet and unbelievably treacherous when icy or hidden under snow. A crutch tip will just slide out from under you and you're gone. With this metro station. Here's another surface that's a problem when wet. They even put out warning signs on rainy days. Whenever there's a change in material underfoot, you have to anticipate a different reaction from the crutch or walker tip and be extra careful. So it's always good when these changes occur on a wide, flat, level surface like they do at this metro station. Anything with an opening large enough to affect the bearing of a crutch or cane tip will affect balance, stability, and therefore control. Gratings are a particular concern, since they'll also be slippery when wet. Kathy can't avoid these. They're right in the only path of travel available here. Sometimes you don't want to use a curb ramp. You want to pass by it along the sidewalk. If there's a landing at the top of a curb ramp, you've got a flat surface to travel on. But if a curb ramp is led into a narrow sidewalk like this one, you'll have to go over its flared sides to get across it. There's no way to avoid it, and that means there's not a place for all 4 legs of a walker to be touching the ground at the same time. Under conditions like these, walking with a walker may be more dangerous than going without it. A better solution in narrow sidewalks at the street edge